There's a long-standing dearth of innovation, dearth of technology. Europe certainly has an overweighting of industrials, financials, etc. And this emergence of the European Recovery Fund brought a lot of excitement, a lot of attention to the region. But the question is, what next? And it did appear that it was quite a complicated path to reach agreement, which does raise the question, is there a common vision for the Eurozone? And if not, how are we going to solve this old economy problem indeed, as you say?
Let's not worry about the policymakers, Anneka. They can go and do their things. I'm thinking about the individual corporates themselves that our viewers want to invest in, that you're trying to find some gems in as well. And I hear you about the old economy problem, but hasn't the market already factored that in? Haven't we got some price to books and some PEs and some forward sales multiples that look delicious for our viewers, or not?
It's a great point, and you're absolutely right. And that's why you did see major asset managers flip, long-standing underweights on the region actually flipping to an overweight. And to your point, on one hand, as you say, policymakers, it got very exciting. Could a fiscal union finally catch up to 2 decades of monetary union? But talking about the actual companies, that's indeed where a lot of the excitement appeared, because to your point, Europe just looks too cheap. And what you noticed, especially earlier on, however that rhetoric has changed, unfortunately, Europe was very highly regarded for a very sensible approach to COVID, which made the region more investable and, more importantly, got people excited about playing the cyclical upside of Europe. And if you see the run that the euro made versus the dollar, for example, it's a startling run. It's something we haven't seen in years. In fact, the last time we saw it was when the euro had hit a sort of 5-year low, and it was a catch-up. The problem here, however, is the cyclical upside story becomes more complicated, given that Europe is going back into restrictive modes, given COVID. And next to that, the markets are addicted to policy, monetary fiscal policy. Next to that, the key issue with Europe, of course, is that the ECB is obviously fixated on inflation. The problem is we have the lowest core inflation number on record in Europe. And next to that, we have the lowest central bank deposit rate in history, on record at the moment in Europe. So the combination of the two does feel rather daunting.